On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
There we go.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Hey, look at the defense for these Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Texans at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah,
that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, got that dagger play, got that play, and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Again, it's Walker.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Walker is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Up the middle they run, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals, but they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And Stroud now to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And now lined up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. A gain there of 21 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Stroud to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10. Now Stroud. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Texans. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flush to his right. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. on the sideline and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
"31 yards on the punt there."
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Come back, team! Come back, team!
Stroud now on second down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 79 yards.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
2 yards to go, second down.
Now Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Playing there, a nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Geno on first down. And Walker with it over the middle. give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 55 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Stroud on third down now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now it's Lockett. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Geno now to throw. Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now quickly here to Smith-Njigba. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick a spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing now is Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 8-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Myers' kick is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down.
Okay, ready?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
Smash Bronco!
Handoff left side, Pierce. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now they're in the hurry-up. Stroud looking to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be shot out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Smash! Ready?
Again, it's Pierce, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here we go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
Check that. Street. Ready.
Pierce. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
Stroud working out of the gun. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter, the rest of this game very interesting. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. From his goal line here, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. He's got space past the 25. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Smith's pass complete to number 11, Jackson Smith-Njigba. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. They're going right back to Walker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a run with Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Hand off here to Walker. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Parton, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
This is 1st and 10. On the give, it's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And now 3rd and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hey, here we go, Sunday. Hey, trio up.
To throw on second down is Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
And in the yardage game, there's really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home, so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium.